The date is July 18th, 2014. The place is Florissant, Missouri. This is the start of our series and documentary about this beautiful city that was founded approximately in 1786 by Francois Dunegant. We're standing at the Florissant Community Garden and Pollinator Park right in front of the shrine of Old St. Ferdinand, and we will proceed through this area, which is essentially the start of the community. We're proceeding towards the shrine right now. This is a community garden that was started about 2 years ago. As you can see, there are both flowers and vegetables growing here. Now looking at the gazebo, which is at the start or the end of the Sunset Park bikeway and hiking trail. It goes from the shrine down to the Missouri River at Sunset Park. In the background you see the Church of Old St. Ferdinand, which was built in 1821. It is the oldest Catholic church between the Mississippi and the Rockies. Now looking out in the direction of Washington Street. We're now crossing Fountain Creek. The shrine is surrounded on two sides by Fountain Creek and by Coldwater Creek. This is smaller of the two. This is Fountain Creek. Florissant is a very religious and faith-based community. It was when it was founded in 1786, and it still is. It's a beautiful area here that's maintained by the city. The shrine, the buildings, with the exception of the Knights of Columbus Hall, are owned by the Friends of Old St. Ferdinand, which was incorporated in 1954 when the new St. Ferdinand Parish was opened up about a mile down on Charbonneir Road. The city had started to grow so greatly in the early 1950s that the old parish church could no longer serve the parishioners. The statue there is King St. Ferdinand III. of Castile. He is not the same Ferdinand who financed and launched Columbus. This St. Ferdinand was in the approximate 13th century. It was called Matamoros, Slayer of the Moors, because he won back a significant part of Spain for Christendom fighting against the Moors. This is the old rectory we're looking at. You can also see a St. Louis 250 cake. Directly in front of us is the old school building where St. Philippine Duchesne taught the Indians. This is where the Valley of the Flowers Festival is done every year, along with the Oktoberfest. Directly in front of me is the Knights of Columbus Hall. It used to be the parish hall of St. Ferdinand when the parish was down here. In '54, the Knights of Columbus bought this. The Knights of Columbus own this section of the grounds. Knights of Columbus perform a lot of charitable tasks in the area. The men are all positively involved in the community, and the Rose Philippine Duchesne Council is a real credit to the community. We're now seeing the shrine that was built in honor of Saint Philippine Duchesne. And here a memorial to the unborn and to the victims of abortion. Here's another view, probably a better view of the church and the school building. What you're seeing in green is an old pump house. Shrine dedicated to Our Lady of Fatima. Joseph Deloge, who lived from 1889 to 1971, was descended from the Deloge family that was granted an estate of 15,000 acres around what's now New Halls Ferry in Shackleford in the 1780s by the King of Spain. The Deloge family still retains a fairly significant amount of property in the area. This picture is of our sculpture, is of Rosemary Davison, who's a very prominent historian and lady who has been involved in the community for a long time. Rosemary is 96 years young and is still extremely active and very beloved in the community. We are at the foot of St. Francois Street here. Looking to the east, the St. Francois Street continues over St. Charles Street and over St. Ferdinand Street. St. Ferdinand Street is the same thing as Graham Road or Hanley Road. The white building you see off to the left is owned by the Friends of Old Town, the Old Town Partners, which is a group of local business people who again are a very, very positive aspect and part of our life here in the beautiful Florissant Valley. This is an empty field that's oftentimes used for parking when there are large festivals here. By the way, if you're in the area, the Knights of Columbus We're having a fish and chicken fry tonight down here at the Shrine from 3:30 till 7 p.m. Here's front view of the Old Town Partners. This building was moved here at the courtesy of Lowell Girardier, who was a very prominent custom builder. Mr. Girardier is now deceased. He made a lot of positive contributions to the area. We should thank him for his generosity in moving this house here free of charge to Old Town Partners. Off in the background you see the new firehouse, Florissant Valley Fire Protection District, which was built several years ago. And to the left of that there's an area where the old cemetery used to be, and it's called Spanish Land Grant Park.